Hello, my name is Cassidy Elaine Stevenson, and ever since the COVID-19 pandemic, I have been on a search for humanity and truth, both in myself and in others and in the world around me. I have discovered that the society and culture I was born into is anti-human and anti-truth. I am encouraged by my culture to hate others and to hate myself, to believe that nothing I do will ever be good enough, that I am powerless, and that my neighbors are out to get one over on me. I have also discovered that none of that cruelty comes naturally to me. At my core, I believe in love, friendship, interconnectedness, and magic, as do most people when they first come into this world. I have learned that there are other ways of knowing, being, and embodying which lie outside of what my culture considers legitimate. And if I am to survive, I must become acquainted with them. My journey has been a long one, but it has ultimately led me to embarking on a path towards becoming a budding revolutionary. And I am finally ready to fully step into this destiny. I have no huge revolutionary accomplishments yet. I really am just getting started, but I know that this is the path I am meant to be on. I cannot and will not submit myself to a grind for survival. I want so much more than that, for myself and for everyone who feels trapped and is looking for a way out. And there is a way out. There is a great history and wealth of knowledge to reach for when it comes to revolutionary thought, desire, intents, and experiments. Human history is way more vast than my culture makes it out to be, and there is an abundance of wisdom to be found in our ancestors. You just have to know where to look. But coming from someone who had no idea where to start when I first felt this call, especially back when it was just a whisper in the back of my mind, I will tell you where I started so we can be on the same page. And if you are on a similar path, please share where you started from too, because I want to expand and make more connections in my web of meaning. I will work towards making my sources available in any way I can without a paywall. I want to make it as easy as possible to take the first step because I am a firm believer that you'll want to take the second yourself, even if it's hard. And it often is not. It's usually easier. The spark that really lit the fire for me was seeing Sinners in theaters this year. I had been saying I was getting radicalized for years before this, but I still wasn't really doing anything radical. I was passively letting the work of other leftist thinkers slowly erode the harmful things I was taught growing up as I consumed video essays online. But I was still so lost in despair, and I didn't love myself enough to think I had anything to contribute to the conversation. But meeting like-minded peers in my workplace, seeing Sinners in theaters, and seeing how successful it was changed things. When the movie was over, I sat next to my friend in the dark with tears streaming down my face, and I turned to her and I said, I think that might be my favorite movie of all time. I took to Letterboxd, as all film majors, or as the case may be, ex-film majors, do, and I said the following. Warning, quite dramatic and sweary. Best movie. No, I'm not fucking joking. If you don't watch this movie as many times as it takes for you to fucking get it, I'm fucking killing you. This is my favorite movie of all time. Left the theaters in tears. This is gonna be the only thing I think about for months, if not years. The soundtrack is gonna be the only thing I listen to for who the fuck knows how long. On my life, one of these songs is gonna be my top song this year when all that rap shit is happening. I don't know how much clearer I can be, but this is so fucking important to me. I can't help but yap when something affects me like this. In parentheses, I'm autistic, if that helps explain for whatever stranger might see this on accident. More parentheses, and music is my #1 special interest and passion. Like, dude, I got fucking cooked by this movie. Oh my fucking god. So that wasn't very articulate, and I was trying to be spoiler free, but the passion certainly comes through. I know it's a little funny that someone as pale white as me is proclaiming this to be their favorite movie of all time, but I'm definitely not the only one. This story is richly saturated in Black culture and struggle, and it is resonating with a very, very wide audience. It was an unexpected box office hit to boot. In this economy, insane. Sinners is a deeply human story, and the fact that it is also a Black story and is rooted in the Black struggle for liberation means that the masses, including my pasty self, are ready for change, downright gasping for it. If you are truly exhausted and don't feel like you can do much else but watch a movie, watch Sinners. I'm serious. Pause this video and go watch it. You'll objectively have a better time. It's a story with substance. It will inspire you and leave you wanting more substance from everything you engage with. And that is an excellent first step. Just don't make it your last. A few weeks after watching Sinners, after I had been fired from my job, I came across a video essay by revolutionary artist Ismatu Gwendolyn called "The War is Not a Metaphor: Defectors, Capitalists, Traitors, and Revolutionaries."
So I'm gonna ask, have you thought about what is your relationship to revolutionary thought, desire, and intent? For me, I'm asking for me. Have you ever been curious? You know, this is a safe space.
This essay changed my life. Ismatu is single-handedly responsible for shaking me awake to the possibilities of what I may achieve in this life as an artist. They are the one who has inspired me to start sprinting down this path of the revolutionary artist. All of their written and spoken work is so brilliant, and not only that, they are actively facilitating the growing of rice for their tribe, their people's staple grain, in Sierra Leone for the first time since before the Atlantic slave trade. That makes me want to weep with joy. My heart overflows with it. Seriously, go support their work. It's fucking incredible.
I spent today being so angry that I shook. I spent today being so angry that I wept. I'm so mad. I am so mad that the majority of the questions that I got for this financial transparency meeting are, Ismatu, are you taking care of yourself? Yes! You know how I'm taking care of myself? By farming rice! I want to depend on these systems that I'm building. It isn't charity. I want the rice. Me. I want it. I want to give my children fields of food. I'm not a philanthropist.
A few weeks after that, during which time I had sat my family down and made them watch both Sinners and The War is Not a Metaphor, I was staying up all night on TikTok, as one does on the occasion that the darkness eats at you, and I came across a video by @Brinley_Cyril. In the video, she's having a very valid crash out in her car, trying to get a really big point across, and in the process, she's putting a lot of big, scary thoughts and feelings that I had been having for a very long time into words for the first time.
We're incompetent on purpose. What am I going to do in my social work job? People coming into me with all these problems because they're part of a vicious cycle. It's this way on purpose so that the people on top can extract from you. I just start crying because I realize how incompetent I am. You've watched this show. You've been sitting back passively watching a show that they gave to you. Why would you live it in real life if you can just watch it? It's so easy to just pinpoint individuals and say, you're the problem. It's insane. And we're insane. I want people to pay me for me to tell them, take this medication so that you can numb yourself and go along with it better. People start reading the books and they're like, oh, it's worse than I thought. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. This is a fight. This is a game that we're being held hostage to. And I don't want to play it. That is why climate change is happening, because we are so empty inside that we are filling the void with meaningless shit. These books that I've been sharing, I just want everyone, just read Ishmael, read the story of B, read the story of B, read the story of B. I can't explain the books to you. You have to go on the journey yourself. You have to be changed as an individual.
I watched the whole thing. I saved and reposted it, and then I went to her page, and every video is dedicated to this cause. She is trying to start a tribal revolution or a tribal renaissance, and has been for over 2 years now. Her foundational texts are the works of Quinn. And the book she has been championing as the manifesto for this tribal revolution is called Beyond Civilization: Humanity's Next Great Adventure. After watching every video she had ever posted, I finally went to the page she had made on Instagram that hosted the book Beyond Civilization in its entirety, and I read it all in a day. Less than a day. Daniel Quinn's argument is so approachable, so compelling and relevant, that it reframed every aspect of the way I see the world: humanity, culture, economics, science, spirituality, storytelling, nature, etc. in a permanent and irreversible way. I have since checked out 3 more of Daniel Quinn's books from my local library. They are Ishmael, The Story of B, and My Ishmael. I finished Ishmael in 2 days and am now onto The Story of B. I haven't read a book that fast in years. The ideas in these books are big, liberatory, and old. Reading Ishmael made me feel like I was deconstructing from a cult. There is so much substance here, and they kick open the doors to further curiosity and exploration. If this was a class, I'd say these books are required reading. They are on the syllabus. I am begging you to read them. But if you just want a taste of what they're about, go to Brinley's page and find out yourself. Before I was able to pick up Ishmael at the library, but after I had read Beyond Civilization on Instagram, my cousin-in-law and honorary brother-in-law gave me a book to borrow called Expect Resistance. He said, "I feel like you'll like this." And when I read the inside cover, it felt like God herself had been listening to my thoughts and put this book in my hands with a purpose. I said, "Oh my God, yes, I needed this, thank you." And he said, "Yeah, I feel like this book finds you." It is a collection of memoirs and essays published by a group called Crime Think, Ex-Workers Collective. And before I tell you who they are and what they do, I want to emphasize that the resonance between the ideas in Expect Resistance and the ideas in Beyond Civilization is off the charts. Both books are talking about the same things from different angles. They're talking about freedom and escape from our totalitarian civilization, where Daniel Quinn approaches it from a deconstructive angle, breaking down your false beliefs and leading you to his conclusion. Expect Resistance speaks straight to the part of you that feels trapped and wants out. I haven't finished the book yet, but so far it's much more focused on what crazy things people are doing to rebel against it all, and why, and trying to inspire the reader to participate. Crime Think, according to Wikipedia, is a decentralized anarchist collective of autonomous cells. But in the first few pages of the book, Crime Think describes themselves as the stirrings of a new world, smuggled across every border in the heads and hearts of a dissident nation of millions, thrown through plate glass windows on notes tied to bricks. It is everything that evades control: the stolen sick day at the seashore, the shared meal free when the manager is away, the city street liberated for an hour during a demonstration, the dream that rebels and comes true. Crime Think is the underground railroad from this world to the next. Hop on. I will speak on other books as I read them, and I hope you stick around for that. I have a Patreon if you feel like giving me money, but no pressure. I will be doing the work either way. I hope that if you are feeling the same way I am, that you at least stick around to see what I do. But really, I would love to see what you all can do. We are conditioned by our culture to be complacent and let things pass us by, but I want to become an active participant in my own life, and I want that for you too, whoever you are out there. I want this fire under me to spread, and I want us to start doing real work to change our world and ourselves for the better. Because if we don't, we are going to kill the planet and ourselves. And I know that sounds scary as fuck, but the first step towards a life that doesn't feed the destruction and death machine is being kinder to ourselves and our loved ones. So here's your reminder to go drink water, breathe free air, fill your belly if you can, and hold on to each other. None of us are alone in this. This planet is our home. We evolved here, and we will continue to evolve here. We belong on Earth. We belong to the Earth, and we are going to make it up to her someday. I really believe that. So, Godspeed, and may the wind be ever at your back. Adios.